And welcome back, guys, to another exciting episode of Despop. I'm joined today with Daniel.
What's good?
And my other co-host, Adolfo. We're taking a trip down memory lane in honor of Black Panther 2 coming out.
Wakanda Forever, baby.
Wakanda Forever. And we went back and rewatched Black Panther 1, starring the late Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan.
Lupita, how do you pronounce her last name?
Nyong'o, I think.
Yeah, you spelled that wrong as well.
Yeah.
T-shirt, right?
What do you guys think? How do you guys think the movie holds up?
You know what's funny is that it holds up pretty well. It's still number 3 on my all time, right?
Yeah.
But looking back at it, I think I was too harsh on other movies' CGI because I think watching something on Dolby or in the cinema and then watching it on your phone, you can definitely tell.
Oh, you can tell the difference.
So the rhinoceros for me right away, I was like, oh, that does look off. But I'm like, oh, you know what? It's probably just my phone.
Where was it when they fight and they're going down the tunnel?
Yeah. The whole last fight sequence too looks a little off, but I think it looks more off because of my phone.
Yeah.
You watched it on your phone?
Yeah. I watched everything on my phone.
No, because I watched it on my TV and it looks incredible. I think it looks better.
You can still tell because I watched it on my TV too.
Cinematography, amazing.
Right. Amazing, yeah.
No, I agree. But I'm just saying that I think I'm too harsh on other movies. Not thinking about it. If it look like Black Adam, if it looks bad on theater, it looks bad. But I'm saying on my phone, if I'm on my phone and I watch a movie, I can excuse more of the CGI.
It gets away with it a little more.
Yeah.
Everything about this movie though holds up really good,
dude.
It is still top 5 for me. I think I have it at 3 as well, as far as my Marvel ranking goes. But everything about it holds up. The cinematography, the acting, the soundtrack.
It's all great.
It's all great. The plot twist. Everything about this movie is great.
Oh my god, dude, that plot twist, it just rewatching it, the plot twist is just even better because you know what's coming and that opening scene of back in 1985, 84, what was it in Oakland? 92, okay.
I thought it was the 80s too.
I thought it was 80s, but maybe it is 90s. Is it 92?
Yeah.
Damn, so you're telling me they're they're probably 29, 30?
Yeah.
That would make sense.
No, it actually makes sense.
What year? What year is it?
Well, say 92.
If it's 92.
And they're 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, no, because they were born in 92. I was brother,
yeah.
29.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
No, so let's talk about some of our.
Oh, you were talking about the plot twist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry.
No, the plot twist. I love the plot twist. It's very Macbeth. It's very Lion King. It's very. Yeah. Do you know what the plot twist is?
The son?
Yeah,
dude. It's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, well, Michael B. Jordan's the plot twist, but the actual plot twist is the little kid. In the beginning, Njobu, played by Sterling K. Brown.
Njobu.
Yeah.
I don't think you pronounce the letter, you pronounce the sound. Njobu.
Well, it's in.
Njobu.
Yeah.
Well, he keeps looking out the window, right? So first they're like, is it the cops? He looks down, sees the kids playing. You just think he's looking for cops, but no, he's looking at his kid to make sure he's safe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. What's the joke that young Zuri says? He's like, we got some Grace Jones looking at.
Some Grace Jones looking.
Is it what's that reference to?
It's an actor.
It's an actress.
It's an actor from way back when.
Yeah.
With the bald, actress.
I looked it up a long time ago, and I was gonna look it up today. I forget, but I think she's
it's a girl with
short hair.
the G.I. Jane joke it's one of those jokes. That's what I assumed. But
which is fitting for the time era, 90s.
The time.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 plot twists in that scene. The first plot twist, we don't get into way after, but the first plot twist is that Zuri is Wakandan.
Yeah.
And
he's a mole.
Sterling K. Brown, bro, Njobu changes up real quick. Real quick. Yeah. He's like, no, you?
Well, he didn't know.
Yeah,
James,
but
you lied to me, James. Yeah.
No, but you have to think about what is actually going on, right? So the king T'Chaka knows he's in on it, right?
Yeah.
So when Njobu asked him, hey, this is my friend, he can stay. He was gonna stay no matter what. What if he didn't say that?
Well, maybe he probably would have sent him out into the hallway
and then come back big reveal.
Yeah.
I think that scene is great because there's a lot of callback scenes. I don't know if that makes sense, but you get a scene in at one time, and then you come back to that scene and revisit it in another way.
Yeah. I think they did a good job.
Different context and everything.
Yes, different context. And I think that's very important because do we get the scream right at the beginning? You hear the scream and because he kills him and he goes in for the...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He goes in for the...
kill because he pulls his weapon.
That's when he's like...
And then we don't see it until the middle of the movie.
Oh, we don't see that. We don't.
No,
see,
that
so,
you see that in a flashback.
Oh yeah, we see the spaceship leave and the kid looks
because
up.
that's when Michael B. Jordan
goes into the ancestral land.
He goes into the ancestral plane and he's like, I found my daddy with panther claws.
Oh my god, chest. Dude! And you know what's? I feel like this whole movie could have been fixed with a conversation.
Well, that's kind of what the ending is.
Maybe.
Chadwick or T'Challa's like, hey, we shouldn't be hiding. Like, why are we hiding?
Well, when I say conversation, I mean, so I guess what T'Chaka's big thing is that he didn't want Eric to be a Wakandan. He was hiding him, right, from the truth.
I don't know if necessarily hiding him. I think he just wanted to
forget.
No,
his sins?
No, he
wanted to forget that he killed his own brother.
Yes.
Oh, and that's a reminder. Eric is a reminder.
Eric is a reminder. Yeah.
And people like would have been asking like, "Where's your brother?"
Yeah, I mean,
like what happened to him?
People know something happened to his brother though. Like he was a spy sent out, and like he doesn't come back for like a couple years. He's quiet.
But at the end of the day, it's the king's word.
No, it is,
and everyone's gonna believe him.
No, it is because only the king knew. And
Well, how long do you think he was there? Because he doesn't have an accent.
Who? Eric?
No,
Njobu. Because he pulls up and they're all.
Oh, he did have an accent. It came back out when he was talking to his brother. No,
a little bit. But like when he's talking to like what's his name, Zuri, he didn't have an accent.
Yeah, they were just talking in a normal voice.
I think that's because they're spies.
Well, that's true.
So they gotta.
One of them only knows. Well, they both are spies, but they don't know they're spies.
Yeah, so both of them being spies should know an American accent. You know?
I don't know.
Just the same way that Chadwick knew Korean when
he knew Korean?
Nakia. Yeah. So Nakia is talking to the Korean lady about going into a casino, and she makes a joke, and then T'Challa like tells her
chimes in. Yeah.
Well, doesn't chime in with the lady. He chimes in after. Yeah. He's like, "What was that about?" So he understood what they were saying, and he should know Korean. He's a
king.
He's a king. He should. I bet you he knows a lot. Well, let's talk about MVPs a little bit. Who's you guys' MVP of the movie?
Honestly, dark horse, Ulysses Claw.
Bro, tell me why I was gonna pick that as a sleeper pick too.
You took my pick. Great. I love you. Andy Serkis is great in general. King of the nerds.
Yes, Andy Serkis is definitely the one actor that when you see him pop on screen as himself,
because he does a lot of CGI, motion capture.
You're just like, oh my god, dude. The way he played Ulysses Claw was really a very flamboyant,
yeah.
And it was amazing. It was to the character.
You know, he's like, I lost my arm, but I got a bunch of vibranium. So
it works out.
It works out.
Dude, he must have been young when he robbed Wakanda the first time around 92.
Yeah.
20s. He's probably like 40, 50. He could be 30. Yeah.
No, 20s for sure.
Yeah, he'd be early 20s for sure, bro. He did it as a young adult. He robbed Wakanda.
And he even said, he's like, this is nothing. Well, and that's just in the Age of Ultron when he shows up. He's like, oh, this is nothing. Like,
even when he showed it,
even when he showed it.
Dude, no, but I really do wish we got more time with you. Like,
I do too.
I wish he survived, and I understand why they killed him off because
he didn't need to weigh in.
The actual MVP, not sleeper pick, but I think Michael B. Jordan's Eric Killmonger stole the show too.
He stole the show. That's why he's still considered the greatest, or if not one of the greatest villains in Marvel.
Yeah, in
MCU.
And he's only been in one.
And he's only been in one movie.
That's crazy, bro. I think he's up there with Loki and Thanos, and he'll be up there with Kang. When I think Kang is easily gonna top that too.
Yeah, I think so.
Bringing up Killmonger, bro, legit, that was savage. So you kind of see a little bit with his girl and everything. They show him, they make out and all that, and then when they get to the plane, motherfucker just shoots the guy, right?
And shoots her to kill the guy.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't he shoot the pilot or something first?
Oh yeah, he shoots the pilot, but then Claw grabs her.
And she's like, "Hey, don't think about it," and he just goes for it, bro. That's when you know he's about that life.
So that gave me like Andor vibes.
Yeah, with what, the girl that was in the bathroom?
Like she, at the end of the day, she's a means to an end.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. He's gonna get his way, and he doesn't care who he steps over to do it.
I mean, he's been planning this since
he's been planning,
kid. He even Everett Ross, when he's talking about Eric to Shuri and T'Challa, he's like, "Yeah, we've been trained to do this. We strike in election years and change of powers and deaths of monarchs, and we crumble the country or whatever." And
he's like, these guys are designed to overtake governments.
Yeah, and
overthrow and everything.
He knew when to strike. He struck when T'Chaka died, and I think he did a great job. But going back to why I think like a conversation could have fixed this, so he shows the dead body, and Kabi's like, "Nice, this motherfucker, like,
nice, good job."
Yeah, he fucks, And then,
because even after all these years, Claw is still public enemy number one in Wakanda.
Well, he killed Wakabi's parents. And that's like
just in general, like
but Wakabi, like in general, like, he wanted Claw's head. That was
Wakanda didn't forget though, like because he knew that Claw was his way in. Besides Wakabi, like once.
He knew Claw was his way in. I'm just saying Wakabi, he garnered Wakabi's favor because he's the one that brought the body. He didn't know that, but like that just helps.
He just got lucky.
But when they're in the throne room having that conversation, T'Challa places cards too close to his chest, I think, because he knows who Eric is. He knows what his father did. He knows the whole story at this point. At this point in the throne room, when he comes in and he's like, "Who is this?" And then he's like, "I want my right to the throne" or whatever. And everybody's like, "Why would you say that?" T'Challa knows who he is. All he had to say is bring the information out first before Eric. And I don't know why he waits, but he doesn't say anything. Eric says that T'Chaka killed his dad, and then like
it all goes to shit.
I just don't understand why T'Challa doesn't like.
He should have came out straightforward with it a long time ago. As soon as he found out.
I mean, it could be because his leadership skills aren't as refined yet. Yeah. He was playing it safe, so he wanted to see. It was like a dust thing right
here. He should have talked about it at least with his mom or sister.
Yeah. Well, he did. Shuri knew too, because Shuri was like, "You're
Eric Stevenson," but she didn't know that
he's Wakandan.
Oh,
he's
Wakandan.
As far as they know, he's just a U.S. military officer.
T'Challa knows,
and that's not even his real name.
That's not even. It's not even.
It wasn't his name.
What's his name?
I don't remember, but he says it like only when he announces that he's the son of Njobu.
Yeah.
Oh, like he has a Wakanda name.
Yeah, he has a Wakanda name.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's a great scene overall because
I thought so too. It shows like
it shows his inexperience.
It shows that he's a little weak.
Yeah, he did play. He played it conservatively, but I can't blame him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know how it's gonna pan out.
Well, even then, it all happened within like a couple of days, so he was still like processing everything.
His father just died too. Yeah, I literally have it here. Civil War literally just happened for T'Challa. I think that if you're T'Challa, Eric knows obviously because it's his life. I think it's better be the first person to say something than the last, because if you're the first, then that means you knew. Who like also like maybe if you said something, they'd be like, "You've known this whole time. Why didn't you say anything?"
Yeah, why didn't you say anything?
And they're gonna go. Whoever says it first, they're gonna go off that story mostly. So I mean,
well, there's another scene that I really really enjoy. It's the two scenes where the first fight against M'Baku in the waterfall, and then against Eric.
So both waterfall scenes.
Yeah, both waterfall scenes are
the first one. Let's talk about the first one because there's a lot going on and it all looks fucking amazing,
dude. The
everybody's
whole
wardrobe, like the different, because each tribe is separate culture from Africa, like an actual
it's a different representation
of different tribes.
The tribes in Africa, like different countries, and then they're also
the colors and everything's fucking brilliant.
Different jobs. You got like the border tribe, you got the merchant tribe, you have the river tribe,
the mining tribe,
and then you have the royal tribe. I guess it's the
something else.
The last one I think is just the
we got the Jabaris, but we're talking about like T'Challa. T'Challa is not part of any tribe. He's part of the.
He's just part of the royal family.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is considered a tribe. It's just
but if they weren't a royal family,
it was once a tribe because it's four. It was 5 of them. 1 left. 4 stayed. So I mean, who knows which tribe they were part of?
Well, I'm surprised. No, I guess not. Because if you garner a lot of respect from the tribes, nobody's really gonna want to fight you for the throne.
Yeah.
I was like, why? Let's duke it out.
Speaking of Duke, do you think he's gonna be the next Black Panther?
No, I wish, bro. M'Baku deserves it. I think he's gonna have his own show. I think
that would be nice.
I think he's gonna be part of that Wakandan show that it's been rumored.
Oh yeah,
with Okoye, because I mean you need characters to flesh out that show
story.
And like some popular characters.
I think he's gonna be the next Black Panther.
M'Baku.
He definitely should be.
Yeah,
that's my guess, and you guys heard it here first. I don't think Shuri keeps the mantle.
Do you think there's gonna be more than one Black Panther in this movie?
In Black Panther,
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if you count M'Baku, I think he'll get the mantle at the end.
But I think there's gonna be more than one at a time, like in a certain scene. Like
I think
it'll like, hey, put the suit on and help me. No.
I really do love M'Baku's just arc throughout this movie and throughout the like end game and all that, because he starts out as this like not arrogant, but his tribe has been like looked down upon. He even says it when they go visit him and they see T'Challa like almost dying. He's like, you guys, this is the first time a royalty has visited us in like years, and you guys don't respect us, and all I wanted was respect.
And now you're here begging.
Doesn't it work both ways? He could have gone down the mountain and socialized with the others. During the fight, you know how they come out through the tunnel?
Yeah.
When was the last time they've ever gone down into the city?
It's probably been more than since the last time somebody visited.
Because Shuri says is like, oh, those are those Jabari? Like she's never seen them before.
No.
So when was the last time you think they?
Well, think about it. They probably only ever go when there's a challenger for the throne.
So since T'Chaka.
So M'Baku wasn't even born, I don't think, at that point.
Yeah, M'Baku wasn't born. T'Challa was probably not born.
No,
yeah,
T'Challa was probably not born. So in M'Baku's life, he's never been down there.
And obviously, news spreads fast, and he put up a fight, man. He's got muscle on.
Yeah, he's big.
He's big.
Chadwick.
He's a big guy.
And you know what I thought was really funny is that while they're fighting, everybody's coming closer in with the spears.
Yeah.
Like, is this allowed? Like,
well, I mean, they obviously knew because they were told to
put some pressure.
Put some pressure.
Put some pressure. Put some flames on them that make them sweat a little bit.
I'm just surprised that the Jabari knew.
Speaking of Endgame a little, when Chadwick dusts away, or T'Challa, I should say, when he dusts away, who led Wakanda? That's why I think it's M'Baku.
No, M'Baku got dusted away.
I think it was the mom.
Do you think it was a mom?
I think it was a mom.
Yeah, because I think M'Baku got dusted.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Pretty sure he was there. I'm gonna say he was there.
Black Panther got dusted. Shuri got dusted. Okoye got dusted.
No, Okoye did not. She was in the meeting.
Oh, yeah,
she was in the meeting.
Nakia.
No, Nakia didn't get dusted.
No, she didn't get dusted. Who got dusted? Someone else got dusted.
Someone else did get dusted.
Yeah, someone else did get dusted. Because I remember when they were... No,
pretty sure he did. Anyways,
I don't think it's M'Baku.
I'm not here to talk about Endgame.
I think he's going to be... Yeah, like I said, I think he's the next Black Panther.
I still think it should be Eric Killmonger. Now, I will talk about this later on as we get towards the end, but I do think it should be him. But just M'Baku, dude, I think there was a lot of respect between him and T'Challa when he was tapping and he was telling him, bro, tap out because I don't want to kill you, but I'm gonna do it like for the throne. Yeah. But I think he realized that T'Challa was right. He's more of a service to his people if he's alive and if he's dead. And it's okay to tap out. As my boy Cyril doesn't know. It's okay to give up, you know? Sometimes you gotta know when to fold them.
Cyril doesn't know.
Yeah, when you have crossovers with episodes. But yeah, that was a great episode. That was a great scene, but to contrast that scene with Eric Killmonger, that was amazing. I really do love their fight because it's more quiet. You don't have all the tribes there. It's just the royal family.
It's more intimate.
Zuri.
It's very intimate.
Yeah, it's very intimate. And bro, when he takes off that shirt and you just see all his kills,
all the scars and everything.
That shit's intense.
Well, because you see the scars, but then he's like, each one represents.
It's gotta be a couple
hundred. A couple hundred.
250.
Do we think
that's a lot.
Eric has more skill as a killer than T'Challa?
As a killer, absolutely.
I mean, he couldn't even kill Zemo.
What? I think he has more.
Well, no, he doesn't kill Zemo because he's like, the living aren't done with you.
No, I know. Yeah. I'm just saying that. So
I think he has more experience.
Why do you think T'Challa lost this fight? This fight specifically. What do you think kept him from
his
winning?
emotions? His emotions for sure.
Definitely.
Because he's a skilled fighter in his own right.
No, he is 100%.
He's also been.
He beat M'Baku, who was a lot bigger than him.
Yeah, but you know what? I think this is just about who wanted it more, and I think Eric wanted it more. I think he's been training his whole life.
That's one thing, but also.
Well, like I said, I think
emotions.
I think T'Challa's emotions just got the better of him. He was blindsided. He was thrown into this fight again.
They killed Zuri.
Zuri.
Yeah, Eric did have the upper hand with knowing that he was gonna.
Yeah, T'Challa played right into Killmonger's hands.
Oh, 100%. He baited him.
He baited him hard.
Baited him. Jabroni.
So speaking about like that, so Killmonger beats him obviously.
Well, I was gonna say before that, dude, we get a death there too. Zuri tries to like step in.
Yeah. He tries to step in, which he shouldn't.
No, I mean, like I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, let them fight. Like, whoever loses. But like, this is not a tag team.
Yes,
yeah.
You gotta let them fight it out. And he comes in, he's like, it's my fault that he died. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but that's already in the past.
Yeah, you could have said that after or something, or before. You could.
And
why say it when they're fighting?
Like,
what does he call him? Uncle James?
Yeah,
Uncle James.
And he's just like,
boom. Yeah, he gives him the little t-shirt, right?
And he's dead, man. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, so after that, he gets thrown off, and then he starts taking up the mantle.
Yeah,
I think the visuals for the ancestral plane, some of the best visuals in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
The color scheme, the tone, everything about it is awesome.
Not even the purple. Even when T'Challa went in during the day where he was confronting his dad about why he killed him and all that, it still looked amazing.
It still looked really good, yeah.
But I did love the contrast between the ancestral plane, like in the safari.
Yeah, and then him in the apartment.
To the apartment, yeah.
And he's like a little boy, and he's looking around, and he looks up to his dad, and he's what does he tell him? Killmonger. He tells something to his dad. He's like, I finally saw Wakanda, or like, oh, they still don't accept. They're still not gonna accept you.
They're talking about how he's an outsider, and
he's like, you might be one of them. They won't ever accept you.
They won't ever accept you.
He's like, I'm afraid they won't ever accept you.
That's when he brings up the sunset. His dad said that the sunsets were some of the most beautiful sunsets in the world.
If there's one thing I do hope is that there's something they bring back from the first movie is an ancestral plane. Yes, I hope they have one or two. I hope Namor gets also his ancestral plane.
Well, we saw it in Moon Knight where every culture has a different afterlife. So Wakanda was the ancestral plane, and like there, Thor has the
Valhalla.
I say Valhalla all the time, and I don't know why I forget.
I spaced it. We just watched Thor too.
I don't know how we spaced it.
They have Valhalla. In Moon Knight, we saw that they have the field of lilies or flowers or whatever it was.
Yeah. But I do hope Namor gets his own like ancestral plane.
I do too.
And talks to
his
mom or dad or whichever one of his parents that he's like, because I know Namor doesn't get accepted in the Atlantis or in the
he doesn't get accepted either.
Just like Mexicans. Well, because we live two worlds. We live like Mexicanos and then Americans, but neither accept us because we're...
Yeah, but that's not
that's not the same.
That's literally the same. That's literally the themes of...
The theme for Namor is going to be the same theme as the one it was for Killmonger, where, you're Wakandan, but they're not ever going to accept you.
Yeah, because that's the same theme. He's Wakandan and he's American. Americans will never accept him because he's Wakandan, and Wakandans will never accept him because he's American. That's literally the same thing. Anyways, let's move it. Let's move it along.
Speaking of Killmonger, do you think he comes back in Black Panther too?
Yeah, I think he gets either. I really want him to be Black Panther because he got his redemption arc at the end, or he comes in the Central Plane.
I think that's what it's going to be. I think the only way we get Killmonger back is going to be in the ancestral plane. I think Sherry's going to go to the ancestral plane
and talk to him,
and she's going to talk to him.
She's going to want to talk to T'Challa, but obviously, like
she's going to want to talk. Yeah, she's going to want to talk to T'Challa, and she's going to be confused as to why it's Killmonger.
There's going to be like a message behind it.
Well, Killmonger will probably explain it like, "Oh, you were probably expecting T'Challa, but I'm here because..."
So this is one of the greatest lines in the MCU, and I think this is why there's a small chance that Killmonger can come back. So the line is at the end when they're looking at the sunset.
Yeah, so this is at his deathbed.
At his deathbed. And he's like, it's beautiful. And T'Challa pretty much gives him an out. And he's like, we can still save you. We can take you to one of the doctors. And
yeah, because Wakanda has a text
you up.
Yeah.
And Eric goes, I'm going to butcher this line. But he says, he's like, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors. Because even they knew that death was better than bondage. It's a great quote, bro. I listened to that quote again when I was watching the movie. It's an amazing quote.
And I know where you're going with this because I was the one who told you, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Bury him in the ocean. And who lives in the ocean? Yeah. Namor. And who can bring him back? Namor.
Yeah.
Nah, Namor.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You didn't, we talked about this.
We talked about
I don't
this.
think he died. I wasn't there.
And then I could already see somebody posting on Twitter with the line that Eric says, and then him getting revived in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like that's just the contrast is just there, bro. It's just I'm just saying if they have
because there's no throwaway lines. There's no throwaway lines in Marvel.
And also to talk a little bit behind the scenes, Ryan Coogler said when Black Panther came out, he told Kevin Feige, make sure no one uses Namor. Because I'm going to use Namor for Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of people that kept asking, oh, can I use Namor? Can I use Namor?
Where's Namor?
Yeah.
Because we saw Namor all the way back in Iron Man 2. Like the Easter egg. Yeah.
Yeah, the Easter egg. Well, I'm saying that like directors wanted to use him in other projects, but they kept being told no. Because Ryan Coogler
had already called dibs. Yeah.
And like I said, there's no throwaway lines. So if Eric comes back, there's a chance.
That's the way he's coming back.
That's the way he's coming back. Yeah. And I think, that line's just poetic.
Michael B. Jordan is definitely going to be in this movie, though. I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially because of what happened with... I think if T'Challa, like if Chadwick didn't die, there might be a chance he doesn't come back because he doesn't need to. But with him dying, I think he would come back just for his memory. Just at least for like a scene or two.
Mm-hmm. And he was at the premiere,
Was he really?
Yeah.
I mean, either way, this is a good way to reintroduce him.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people on Twitter say that he shouldn't be Black Panther, the next Black Panther, because of what the actions he did in this movie. Obviously, this movie was really about like an isolated country and T'Challa being between doing something for the world or just say...
If we're talking about anti-heroes... Killmonger over Black Adam.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Well, he's not an anti-hero at the moment, but he could be.
He could be.
He could be a great one.
I'm just throwing Black Adam under the bus. What'd you say fuck me for? What'd you say fuck me for?
I was in the back seat.
Yeah,
I wasn't even driving.
I wasn't even referencing that one. I was referencing the 50 one. But
so So a lot of people think he does not deserve to be the Black Panther, Black Adam, because he was about to commit genocide on like a bunch of white people.
Yeah,
and he had the war dogs ready, he had the chips ready,
everything.
He's ready
people
to
are
go to
saying
war.
he shouldn't be because of his actions. Now, I think he did get redeemed a little bit at the end because
But that was only in front of.
yeah, but as a moviegoer, you see him being redeemed. So I'm just saying that he has that redemption arc there set up for him to be like, hey, like I understand what I did was wrong. Maybe I went a little bit too extreme. I can be your next Black Panther.
What if they go with the one person being Black Panther and another person being King?
I was also thinking about that. I think that's a good way to set up Shuri not being the Black Panther.
Because we saw it in we saw that in Civil War, where T'Chaka was still alive, but T'Challa
Was a Black Panther.
He was a Black Panther.
I agree. I think that would be a nice way for Shuri to get the crown and not be Black Panther.
Yeah.
Because I don't want, but I know she is.
No,
As much as we don't want her to be, she's
being lined up.
Yeah, I think she is.
I hope not. I hope I'm right.
In all honesty, it either has to be Okoye or Nakia.
Oh, dude, Nakia would be a great Black Panther. Lupita is literally gonna like she's a starring lady.
Yeah.
She's built for the role.
Yeah, I think
Here, I'm gonna give a list
one of them.
of everybody who has more star power than Letitia Wright. Who's been
mom?
in the movie? Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita, Danae Gurira, Winston Duke, Daniel Kaluuya, Martin Freeman. Can you imagine?
Angela Bassett,
Sterling K. Brown, which
Sterling K.
I'm
Brown.
just kidding, he already died. But I'm just saying, like, there's
no, we're talking about star power.
I know. No, I'm saying people who are in the movie that could be the Black Panther. I'm just saying, like, Winston Duke has more star power than Letitia Wright, you know? And then we're talking about money. We're talking about dollar bills, Kevin. I'm just saying, Lupita's right there. Give us a Mexican Black Panther, please.
Please, por favor.
Por favor. We already have a lot, but we want more.
Black Panther 2 is going to be good. After watching Black Panther 1, I'm excited.
I was going to say, because the music, the soundtrack and everything was perfect.
The soundtrack for the first movie, con Kendrick Lamar.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, he dropped the whole album for
the
this.
wardrobe, the colors, everything went perfect.
You know what? Yeah. Talk about
the only bad
post-production.
thing was the Lexus that they drove.
Oh, well, because it's an ad.
It was like an ad. But I'm just saying that they had like a Ferrari right there. They went with like the little Lexus.
You know what's funny? I'll talk about a funny scene is the South Korean action sequence is really good, right?
Yeah.
When Claw blows up the car and Okoye uses the staff to like stop herself.
Yeah, she comes in sliding on the steering wheel.
She comes in sliding, bro. That was a really funny scene. I really enjoyed it.
I hope we see a lot of cool new tech in Black Panther 2.
I hope so too.
Because we saw a lot of cool tech in Black Panther 1, like the beads,
the
sand that they have that you can control.
Controls, and then the little thing that they throw to control their ship and
their
car.
ship. Yeah, that's it's all pretty cool.
It's hard for me to see Letitia Wright Shuri as the next Black Panther just because she was set up so much as a sidekick with like the tech,
like the good scientist, and the inventor and everything.
Yeah, she was set.
It's
set
a full 180. It's a full 180.
It is, and it's just for me. I'm not saying it's hard to believe because obviously, like she's a royal family. She like deserves it in a character sense, but like as a plot, she was set up as a sidekick to where Daniel Kaluuya, Winston Dukes, and Lupita were all set up as more
major leading characters.
Do you think they're gonna bring back that Letitia was gonna take over the Los Angeles? What was it again?
San Francisco.
Whatever it was. I thought it was Oakland.
Oakland, San Francisco, right next to each other.
Right next to each other. The little
it's like Denver. It's like Denver and Aurora, my boy.
Well, that was like
whatever it is. You think they're gonna bring that back? You know, considering everything.
Yes, because Ironheart is in it, and I think she was probably one of the girls that was like through the program. And then she goes to MIT, and they're like, "Oh, we need to bring somebody in for press or whatever," and they bring her in, and then boom, Ironheart. Ready to go.
Yes, sir.
So who's in charge of that now?
We'll see. My guess is it's gonna be Nakia.
Yeah, Nakia was really about helping out other countries. She was. It was pretty much.
She's a real humanitarian.
Yeah, she's a humanitarian.
Nakia versus Wakabi, like they were both like the two moral bringing in T'Challa either way about isolating or not. It was a great movie though. I really did enjoy it.
It was a great movie.
Top 3 for me. Top 3. And it's not number 1 or 2. So
no number. No, we know our top. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us today on this episode. Let us know what your thoughts are about Black Panther, and let us know about your predictions for Black Panther 2. What do you expect from this movie, and what do you think is going to happen going forward in the MCU with it?
Sir. It comes out in 2 days, bro. I'm going to be excited.
Make sure you follow us on our social medias. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're going to have all that stuff linked down below.
Yes. Tell them.
We'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
Adios.